All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Starlight Stadium in Langley, British Columbia for Provincial Championship Weekend. We've had some great games all weekend, great games today. Up next, we have the Midget 12-round division. We have the Nanaimo Seahawks taking on the Langley Stampeders. Just a couple of things before I bring the teams on the field. First off, can I ask, could you create any garbage? Please pick up and deposit it in the appropriate receptacle. Save us cleaning up these stands after the game. If you see any garbage around you, I'd also appreciate if you do the same. Concession will remain open until halftime. Spectators can't be on the field level. We also ask you to try and keep the concourse area clear for people who are wandering around. Finally, cheer loud and be positive. Introducing your visiting football Nanaimo Seahawks. We have number 3, Nolan Bowman. Number 6, James Christian. Number 9, Hudson Nicky. Number 11, Ethan Campbell. Number 13, Douglas Vandelet. Number 14, Max Curry. Number 15, Dion Horman. Number 16, Cameron Morgan. Number 19, Seth Fuller Stanley. Number 20, Elijah Johnstone. Number 21, Dallas Cloak. Number 24, Jesse Wojciechowski. Number 25, Arpit Sidewalk. Number 28, Hunter Smite. Number 30, Solani Nakuda. Number 31, Tristan Goody. Number 34, Wyatt Peace. Number 37, Caden Koki. Number 44, Aaron Campbell. Number 54, Xavier Insco. Number 64, Landon Beck. Number 73, Dayton Turco. Number 84, Eli Marcoux. Number 88, Elijah Pearl. Number 90, Jameson Woods. And number 99, Parker Cutler. Your coach, Seahawks, head coach, Jake Nicky, assistant coaches, Brett Powell, Joy Lopez, Jared Hogan, Kevin and Kevin Trample. Managers, Wanda Curry. Trainers, Kaylee Mann, Cole Haslin, and Courtney Bart. Put it together for the Nanaimo Seahawks. so you have home team. But Langley Stampeders! We have number 2, Jeff Johnson! Number 4, Jeremy Santini! Number 6, Preston Nelson! Number 8, Dylan Marks! Number 10, Blake Mayhut! Number 11, Christian Tagay! Number 12, Katie Dillon! Number 15, Noah Calvary! Number 16, Zion Miller! Number 17, Carson Jazz! Number 20, David Key! Number 23, Benjamin Whitehorn! Number 24, Teo Jodio. Number 26, Isaac Whitehorn. Number 30, Tim Bullard. Number 31, Cameron Trombolis. Number 39, Joshua Vickers. Number 42, Micah Hartman. Number 53, Aiden Wright-Sama. Number 55, Marlon Ramirez. Number 59, Finley Draw. Number 63, Nathan Kingston. Number 64, Ethan Berneski. Number 66, Jaden Heater. Number 67, Dwayne Carlos Lisa. Number 68, Owen Rogers. Number 69, Carmen Scarpino. Number 75, Nathan Amato. Number 76, Braden Sousa. Number 82, Nevin Yackel. Number 85, Cooper Laidlaw. Number 87, Kelsey Davidson. Number 91, Parker Brito. Number 93, Jordan Collington. And number 99, Chase McKenzie. Coaches for your Langley Stampeders, head coach Nick Brown, assistant coaches Daniel Noriega, Joey Vance, Sergio Garwood, Mark Bailey, and Phil Sousa. Our officials for this game are head ref Matt Pickering, umpire Mark Fontana, line judge Deepak Sharma, third line judge Deepak Sharma, field judge Danny Bennett, down judge Mason Goddard, side judge Nigel Bush, back judge Ann Vanderhoek, and timer Rod Bear. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to acknowledge that the Football British Columbia Provincial Championships take place on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Esquimalt, Songhees, Beecher Bay, and Sanik peoples, represented by the Tarslet, Pescatine, Sayo, Sakum, and Malahat. We thank the Coast Salish who continue to live on these lands and territories, along with the waters and all that is above and below. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to please rise and join us in a special ceremony. Give me half a second. I'm just having some technical difficulties here, apparently. Still having technical difficulties. No, we're not going anthem yet. We do actually have a ceremony.
Okay.
We're still not going. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I lost something in my garage. Ladies and gentlemen, football is the ultimate family sport. Not only does it teach us to work together to achieve success and form lifelong bonds, but it also allows us to form a brotherhood that is unique in sport. The moment a player puts on a pair of shoulder pads and straps into a helmet, they join a larger family, the football family. As you may all be aware, we recently lost a member of our family, Rowan Hamilton, North Surrey minor football alumni and perennial big brother to players of all ages, has passed away, taken from us all too soon. Rowan's last game was played on this field in the 2024, in Langley in the 2023 Provincial Championships. I would ask now that you please join us in a moment of silence as we remember Rowan and support our family in black and yellow. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to please remain standing and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? Oh, you can get louder than that. Let's try this one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? We'd like to thank Football British Columbia for organizing this event. The British Columbia Football Officials Association for providing our stripes throughout the season and for this event. Of course, the City of Langford for this awesome venue for our Provincial Championship weekend. Our host association, the Vancouver Island Community Football Association. Our host club, Greater Victoria Minor Football. Live stream provided by Sport Canada TV, Canada's premier amateur online sports network. Play-by-play provided by Phil McGarty, Sean Rapsky on commentary. Official photographs being taken by All Sport Media.
Good evening and welcome back to Starlight Stadium. We are back for the matchup that everybody has been waiting for all weekend long. We are here for the Midget 12-man Provincial Championship game between the home Langley Stampeders and the visiting football Nanaimo Seahawks. This one should be a good one. I'm joined once again by Sean Rapsky. He'll be my color and commentator. Sean, how are we feeling going to this one?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be tough to beat that game we just went through with Southside and Cloverdale, but this is the heavyweight matchup. a rematch of, the Bantam championship last year. Langley does have 2 Bantam teams, so there's only 10 to 12 guys from that Bantam team moving up, where Nanaimo, it's pretty well everyone. Nanaimo was in this championship game last year. Came across an extremely talented North Surrey team, and I'm excited to see how they respond after losing last year and now having some championship medal coming into this game.
Yep, some championship experience indeed, with a sour taste in their mouth to change the script this year and to become champions. These 2 teams have already met this season one time, with the Seahawks coming out on top in that one. But this is a completely different matchup in a championship environment. We've already seen it. I believe we've seen it yesterday with, a 100-point differential between the 2 teams during the regular season. And those 2 teams played to a very close game. So the regular season is a great test, but this is the ultimate test in a championship game with an atmosphere like this. Both teams will be put to the ultimate test here today to be crowned 12-man provincial champions. The Nanaimo Seahawks in their white uniforms, white helmets with the navy blue pants, and the Langley Stampeders with the all-black uniforms with the gold and red trim. The Calgary Stampeders now kind of taking midfield almost here with a little pregame routine. I would imagine it's kind of a ritual, but sending a bit of a message perhaps of this could be our time and today is it.
Yeah, this Langley team, they were 2-7 last year, completely turned around by the new coaching staff. They seem very organized. Head coach Nick Brown, OC Joey Vance talked about their offense is going to be an offense that is going to be tendency breaking. So we've talked about it all weekend about how offensive coordinators mask their plays. Sometimes offenses will only run 8 to 12 plays, but they'll have 4 to 5 different motions, different formations that they can run those plays out of. Defensive coordinator Sergio Yarwood talked about their defense being a zone-heavy defense. We'll mix in some pressures as well. And, this team is going to be led by their quarterback, Blake Mailhut, a Sardis graduate playing his senior year with Langley as QB. He actually works up in northern BC, but makes the trip down to games. Dual threat, 13 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing. And, as 18-year-olds, this league is kind of all about what 18-year-olds you have.
Here we go. Stampeders kicking off right to left. The Seahawks will receive and return this ball back left to right. That's number 28 with the return. He picks it up with a full head of steam. He's going to make it out past the 35-yard line. It's going to be Hunter Smith.
Yeah, Hunter Smythe there. Great run. He's their running back for their starting offense. A great downhill runner. Was really the spark plug in their semifinals game against Comox with a huge touchdown. It was kind of their major contributor on O.
You're very familiar with this Nanaimo Seahawks team, especially with that coaching staff. Jay Fakney, the head coach. What are you expecting to see here from the Seahawks team?
From an O-lineman perspective, Jay Fakney, I think he's going to say run the damn ball with Hunter Smythe and that big O-line they have.
Dion, the quarterback. They gave us to number 28. Running very hard up the field. He's going to have about 7-8 yards there on first down. Very good gain.
Yeah, this offense is led by Dion Hoven. Didn't play quarterback last year. Tobias did, and Dion is actually a great DB. Kind of first year playing QB for this team. He's actually at 60%. He said he's going to go Aaron Rodgers mode this weekend. So we'll see what is in the tank.
Playing with some confidence. Remember Dion from last year's squad. Dion dropping back, looking for a player. He's going to scramble right. Has a player in his face. Dumps it off. It's complete. And it's going to be a first down. Keeping that completion percentage going high. To number 14, that's Max Curry with the reception and first down for the Seahawks. They're going to move the chains here early. Yeah, Max Curry's kind of their Swift Army knife. He can play fullback, he can play tight end, he's a great blocker, he can catch the ball. And for Langley's game plan, they have to contain Dion. He's a great runner, and make him sit in the pocket and throw the ball. Dion. Hovenden in the gun. Yeah, Hovenden is he's a great athlete, and you'll see how physical this Langley D-line looks. Very physical. They've got 93 there, Jordan Collington, big D end. Dion in the gun, gets a snap. It's a fake. Curry once again. Coming out the backside of the formation. Terrific job by offensive coordinator Shea Fakney scheming up something there, and Curry came out wide open there.
Yeah, it looks like almost like a little RPO slice action there with Curry coming through. That's a classic play, really great to have in the playbook, and they're looking to get Curry involved early.
Has become a staple in Canadian football. You put the defense in the ultimate predicament where they're wrong either way. Great read there by Dion in the gun once again. Ball is snapped. They give this to Smythe. Smythe takes it off the left side of the offensive line. He's going to push forward for what looks to be a short gain, but a modest gain. Looks to be about a 3-yard gain. Going to set up a second and maybe 2nd and 7.5 or 8 yards here.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of misdirection with this offense, right? Bringing their slots in different ways to change the eyes of the linebackers, and it's going to create a little 2nd and 8 here. Looks like Langley's going down with a 5 down front, 5 D linemen on the field.
Snap is to Dion. Rolls right. He's tucking it. Almost had his mind made up, but then he dumps it off last second. Try to get it to Curry once again, but you could tell Dion there kind of going through the thought process a few times. He tucked it, brought it back up as a passer, tucked it again, and then tried to dump it off last second to Curry.
Yeah, it was a great job sealing the end there. Good patience by Dion. A little bit of a dangerous pass there. At 3rd and 8, it's looking like 88 Elijah Burrell is the punter for this team. But again, we've seen it all weekend. This is fake punt territory.
Burrell, deep man, gets the ball off. Decent kick. Angled towards the sideline, and this one's going to roll out just past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that completely flipped the field there for Nanaimo, so not a bad first drive. You push it to Langley, and they start on their own 25.
And this could be the age where we actually start to see special teams really come into play here, Sean. How important could that be, as we've seen really all weekend, kind of, 3-down football almost? Yeah,
it's a third of the game, and if you have a great special teams unit, you can steal games. And I'm excited to see what both teams bring to store. This Langley team's going to be led by number 4, Jeremy St. Denis, another Sardis grad from Chilliwack, right, and number 6, an WJ Moet grad, who's actually playing in the AAA championship tonight.
That's Mayhot under center. Barking out some signals, ball snapped, it's a quarterback sneak, and they get a huge push here. That might be near a first down there.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about tendency breakers. I don't know if I've ever seen the QB sneak on play 1 of a game like this. So, that looks like they want to go power run game. Didn't have any wide receivers out. So we'll be interested to see how well they want to do that.
Tendency breakers, I think that's also just sending a message. We're coming downhill today. Playing a physical brand of football. You saw Mayhot extremely fired up after that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, they got Aaron Campbell and Hudson Minifee as those 2 interior D tackles.
Mayhot.
I formation.
It's a fake. Swings it out to his back, and he has him. It's going to be a first down, Stampeders.
Yeah, it's a great play. Kind of similar to what we saw Football Nanaimo do, just instead of in the gun, under center. A little play action, swing the fullback outside, and there's a ton of space for them. That's another big first down for Langley. Game plan for Langley has to be stay in front of the chains. Football Nanaimo's got 2 of the best DNs in the province, Swanee Nakuna, Jameson Wood. Right, you do not want to get an obvious passing downs against them.
Mayhut. Under center. They give us to the deep back. He has a little bit of a lane. Gets into the second level of the defense. And he's going to fall forward for almost nearly a 10-yard gain. There's a late flag going to come in.
Yeah, really late flag from the back judge.
I didn't see what might have happened. It has to be some extracurriculars.
Just a power lead there for Langley getting downhill. Right, they want to get behind this big old line and get downhill. So it looks like it's going to be on Football Nanaimo.
It is indeed. Now, unfortunately, the hot mic on the referee isn't working. I believe we had it working for the first 2 games. Where I was able to hear him from up here in the booth.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from Football Nanaimo's 46-yard line. This is shot territory as they go quads to the field.
Oh, the ball fumbled and gotten on the ball late there. I believe that's number 31 for the Stampeders.
We got a flag to the near sideline, usually offside or no man on the end, but it looks like Football Nanaimo lined up offside.
Drumbulis was able to jump on that one. Cameron Drumbulis.
Let's go, Seahawks!
Oh, looks.
Go, Jamison!
Just waiting for the call from the referees here.
Let's go, D! Let's go,
Gonna be it's gonna be first down and 20 perhaps.
Yeah, first and 25, 15-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness. Oh, wow. So we just went back 5, 10, 15, 25 yards. It is first, second and 35 for Langley Stampeders. So again, we talked about, I'm expecting a draw, screen, right? You just want to get out of this possession alive at this point for Langley.
Second in the Island Highway. Mayhut going to be a quarterback keeper, trying to find any room. He doesn't, and he's going to be brought down, and it's going to bring up the punting unit here for the Stampeders.
Yeah, number 20, Elijah Johnstone on the tackle there, one of the best linebackers in the community league. This Nanaimo defense is very fast, very physical, not the biggest, but again, what they make up in size, they got a ton of speed. And they've got number 6, James Christian, punt returning here. You know, Blake Mayhot with the QB run. We saw a lot of QB runs in that last game we did. Expect him to, he was the emotional leader firing up the guys before the game.
And the ball is off. Decent punt. It is high. It's muffed again. It's not recovering. The Stampeders jump on it.
No yards. They're going to get no yards here on Langley. See, the thing for me over these last couple of games is if you aren't the punt return and that ball's up, I don't think you should be trying to catch it.
No, you should not. It's happened twice now. We've seen it. Or you think it might be a heady play where you can where you can return it. But ultimately, Sean, they probably haven't had many reps at it, right?
So it's going to be no yards. It should be 15 yards up, or they're going a 5-yard penalty.
I guess if it was caught in the air, but it wasn't technically, so I guess it's of the 5-yard variety.
Yeah, first down for Football Nanaimo on their own 52 here. There's been a very sloppy start to this game. You know, halfway through this first quarter, Football Nanaimo's going to look to get back on track. We'll see if Langley continues to go with the 5-down linemen that they have. A lot of times known as a bear front with 5D linemen. 2 C gaps, 2 B gaps, and 1 nose right over the center.
Dion, once again. Oh, miscommunication in the backfield, and he spins out of it. Makes something out of nothing. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. But some miscommunication on the tailback went the wrong way. I believe that's number 44 for the Nanaimo Seahawks. It's Aaron Campbell.
Yeah, again, if I'm Che Fakney here, it might even be worth just taking a timeout and just calming the boys now. Brett Powell is their OC. Again, 2nd and 11. This isn't a team either, you know, that I would like to be in 2nd 11s. Obviously, not a lot of teams are interested in doing that, but not the most dynamic passing game.
Yeah, we saw that hurt him a year ago. Dion delivers a beautiful pass! Post pattern! And it's going to be a big game for the Seahawks with a strike from Dion.
Nolan Bodwin with a massive catch there downfield. What a great throw by Dion Hovin. Right, sitting back, a post by Bodwin. Again, if you're the corner out there, you got to just squeeze that post inside, right? There's nothing else taking you vertically. Stay inside of him, push him to the safety.
Bodwin with a huge catch, but it was on the money. Ball is snapped. They give us to 44. Campbell makes one guy miss.
So there's a 1 yard gain there. 2nd and 9. Be interested if they go back to that post pattern. I'm expecting a lot of James Christian this game. This might be an opportunity for Langley to drop into one of their zone coverages. Looks like cover 3 on that last 2nd down is what they dropped into, which allowed that post into that seam. The soft spot on cover 3s are usually those seam balls. So let's see if Football Nanaimo goes right back to it.
It's going to be 2nd down and perhaps maybe 8 for the Seahawks here. Hoviden. Oh, the give is fumbled. Kind of a little jet sweep action, but
again, just sloppy play here by Football Nanaimo to start this game off. Fumble the exchange. And again, they are winning the field position battle right now. Looking to get a punt inside the 5.
Sean, as a head coach yourself, talk about how much, kind of a simple play maybe to the fans at home, but how much rep and time on task you need to, put towards a play like that to kind of be on the same page.
Yeah, and some of the kids might be a little bit nervous in a game like this, in a stadium like this. So again, they just need to be able to calm down a little bit and focus on the little things, right? The little things of just the exchange, right? When you do get the ball in your hands, get upfield.
Elijah able to get a punt off for Football Nanaimo, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and looks like the Stampeders will take over possession of the football at about their 20-yard line here.
I think both teams are going to look to try to get the fans engaged as well. Right, Football Nanaimo traveled well. Langley traveled well from the mainland as well, and whoever can punch first can usually carry that momentum.
Here we go. 1st down for the Stampeders. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. They have a lot of men in motion. It's going to be a direct snap to the quarterback. Quarterback keeper off the left side. He's trying to get around the edge. He does. He stays out on his feet remarkably. Makes another man miss. Makes another man miss. He's up the sideline. Dragging defenders. He's brought down by that's number 20, Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah Johnstone there with a great tackle. What a run by Maiha. I love the offensive play design there. Bringing the motion, getting 4 lead blockers out in front, right? And Maiha does not stop his feet. Too much arm tackling there by Football Nanaimo. They need to set their feet, break down, and fit up properly here. They won't be able to just lunge.
Sean, you kind of talked about the numbers game dating back to last night's game with the Football Nanaimo Bantam team, and the Stampeders doing a good job of bringing a bunch of men in motion and getting some lead blockers in front for that ball carrier there. That's number 4, Jeremy St. Dennis.
Exactly. Football Nanaimo's got to adjust better. When they motion like that, you got to motion with them. Power eye here.
Mayhut gives to the deep back once again. He's running hard.
Asking for a face mask. It did look like his head whipped back a bit there, but couldn't tell. Ref said he didn't. That looks like Cameron Drombolis on the carry. He's been playing running back for them, a really great running back out of Langley.
And it's going to bring up about a 2nd and 7 to go.
Drombolis was a BMX competitor beforehand, and this is actually only his 2nd year playing football.
Here we go. Mayhut. Full house behind him. The give is right side. Number 42 looking for a hole. He finds one. And he's going to run forward. He's going to have just enough for the 1st down. It's number 42, Micah Hartman, to the Langley Stampeders, who picks up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Langley's looking to get a lot of guys involved here. Right, they're looking to get a lot of motion. They're looking to play power run. They're looking to try to get a hat on a hat here. And they've been moving the ball. Again, 2nd time on Football Nanaimo side of the field. They go quads into the field.
And again, the Stampeders bring a ton of men in motion, but it's shut down immediately. That's number 21 for the Seahawks defense, Dallas Globe.
Yeah, Dallas Globe was someone that Langley's coaching staff mentioned they were going to key on today. The emotional leader of this Football Nanaimo. You'll see him in the locker room firing the boys up. So expect him to be a big part of the game today. I'd like to see Maihat be a little bit more patient, let the blocking develop a little bit better. But again, we got Swanee Nakuna, number 30 here on the end. He's extremely explosive.
Mayhut. Ball is snapped. 3-step drop. Pressure up the side. Ball is thrown. It's picked off. That's Dion. Terrific job there by Elijah Johnston.
Yeah, really great play there by the DB, right? They bring a 6-man pressure, cover 0. QB's got to put it out there. Looked like that was Hunter Smythe. No, Elijah Johnson, you're right. Number 20, Elijah Johnstone, a really great player for the football Nanaimo, potentially their best defensive player, and you're coming up big here to start this game. I'd like to see for football Nanaimo, again, go back to that blitz. See if that quarterback will sit patient with pressure in his face and be able to throw the ball downfield.
Johnston has already made a couple plays here today for the Seahawks defense. None bigger than that one right there, as the quarter will end at 0-0 after 12 minutes. As you said, Sean, a little bit of a sloppy game here, back and forth to start, but both teams have traded a few punches here back and forth, now taking their first jabs of this one, feeling each other out. So I'm interested to see how these teams now settle in, getting into the second quarter and kind of make their adjustments and then attack.
Yeah, both quarterbacks are a little jumpy to start, right? Some fumbled exchanges, interceptions. You want to see them settle in, and be confident, be the confident composure for your team and really motivate them. Langley's going to sit with his one high safety. He's about 15 yards off of the line of scrimmage.
Dion gets the snap. Dion looking right. He's going to roll right. Has some space in front of him, gets rid of the ball, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I think Football Nanaimo's going to look at that one on film and not like the spacing between their two receivers streaking downfield. Their slot receiver, Max Curry, was right next to the wide receiver, and they tried to leak out James Christian in the flat, but nowhere to be found. 2nd and 10 here. It really looks like there's going to be a game of field position. Who's going to make the least amount of mistakes this game is going to win it. Again, this O-line is behind Xavier Incho, Caden Turco, Parker Cutler. Extremely big O-line that they can run behind.
Ball is snap. Dion in the gun. Drops back. Looking for his receiver down the middle, and it's tipped and broken up. It looked like by number 30, the linebacker for the Stampeders, and it's going to be a punting situation here for the Seahawks.
Yeah, another kind of missed opportunity. Langley's in that 5-man front, so they're going man-on-man, and they're getting some pressure at Dion. He just does not look extremely comfortable throwing that ball inside.
That was Preston Nelson, the Langley Stampeders linebacker, who broke that one up. Elijah will come back in and get this one off. Ball is punted. Terrific punt there by Elijah. Ball is capped by the Stampeders returner. Hits a seam, but then bounces it left, and he's brought down just on his side of midfield.
Yeah, really great return there. Langley set up here midfield. Right, keep going blow for blow. Right, win the field position battle. Get a couple first downs here. Try to get him field goal range. It'll be interesting to see if either team can kick field goals.
Well, we have a moment, folks. Reminder to purchase your 50-50 as we are nearing $10,000 for this year's jackpot. Mayhut in the gun once again. Mayhut gets the ball. He's rolling right, looking for somebody down the field, giving some demands. Mayhut's going to tuck it and run. He's going to pick up. Looks to be about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, if you're Langley, you'd like to have better scramble rules there from your receivers. Right, if you're the short guy, go long. If you're the long guy, come back. It just didn't look like the receivers helped him out there downfield. Right, but really great job sealing the end, especially after the blitz by Football Nanaimo. It looks like there's some room to run up the middle based on kind of how these linebackers are lining up. You got both linebackers outside the tackles, and even kind of 2 safeties with Jesse Roteski and 13 Douglas Mandalik as well.
Yeah. In the gun once again. A little bit of confusion for the Stampeders. Seahawks defenders everywhere, and they're going to bring him down for a tackle for loss, and this will once again be another punting situation for the Stampeders.
Yeah, it looked like confusion right from the jump. Hudson Minifee on there, Dallas Cloak back there. Right, Football Nanaimo sent another +1 blitz, so they got 5 guys coming after the quarterback. And just, both teams are very sloppy here to start off this game, and it'll be interesting to see what adjustment coaches are going to make, how they can calm guys down.
Yeah, Menifee was one of the first Seahawks defenders in there. And ultimately he goes down, and the Stampeders punting unit onto the field.
James Christian back to return again.
Ball is off. It's a low one. Gets a Stampeders bounce. The Seahawks returner hits it with a full head of steam, but then he's brought down. That's number 6 once again, James Christensen.
Yeah, it looked like a nice tackle there by Dwayne Carlos Misa on special teams, and that's a big part of this game. Is maybe not everyone is starting on offense or defense or doesn't get in, but who can make plays on special teams might be the decider of this low-scoring game so far.
1st and 10 now for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'd expect football Nanaimo to go back to some misdirection. Try to, again, maybe get Curry out in the flats.
We got Dion under center in the I formation. Ball is snap. Give his left side. That's going to be a modest pickup there on 1st down to number 28.
Yeah, Hunter Smythe there on the carry. Right, he's got big Partler Cutler, Elijah Burrell lead blocking. One of the bigger O-lines in the league.
Max Curry in at fullback as well.
Yeah, it was a nice kind of pin and pull there, getting Cutler out in front. And 2nd and 5. If I'm football Nanaimo, I'm going to run the ball again here. Try to either get a 3rd and manageable, really kind of motivate this O-line to carry this team to a victory.
Going to be 2nd down, 6 to go. Dion under center once again, I formation. They give it to Smythe, right side. He is met immediately. Both defensive came to play here tonight.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5 here. If I'm football Nanaimo, I'm going to punt the ball. Looks like they got their punt team unit. You know, again, great job. Langley's in that 5-man front, right? It's tough to run with 5 D linemen out on the field. It might be nice to try to get Dion outside. Go back to some of that flood action on the sideline, get his legs moving.
It's going to be a punting situation once again for the Seahawks here. As you said, Sean, the field position battle here will be crucial as both teams here around midfield continue to flop back and forth.
Flag down as it's 3rd and 5 too.
Oh, over the head of the returner, excuse me. He picks it up. Stampeders returner tries to get as many yards as he can up the sideline. As you said, this is a huge call. I think it might be just outside of 3rd and 5, but it's going to set up, if it is on the Stampeders, a 3rd and maybe 1 or 2 here, which will definitely be a decision time for that Seahawks coaching staff.
Yeah, usually either offside or no man on the end. So it looks like, again, if this is football Nanaimo, Langley's going to push them back, make it a 3rd and 10, and get a redo on that punt return.
Let's go, defense!
So
looks like the Seahawks offense is coming back out on the field here.
it's going to be 3rd and short. Football Nanaimo's going to go for it.
Yeah, as I said, it's going to be about not quite enough. 3rd and 1, not quite 2, but it is a long yards. No gimme by any means.
Expect either a QB sneak or potentially they got Max Curry as a fullback, Hunter Smythe as a running back.
You got to trust that big offensive line.
If you're Langley, you're sending the house here.
And it looks like we're going to get our first timeout of this ball game with the Stampeders bringing in a substitution as well, preparing for this big play here on 3rd and short.
Yeah, you're going to bring in your gorilla front here, get all their heaviest, biggest dudes up front. What do you think about a little play action, max protect, throw it deep?
3rd and 1, hey, from the defensive coordinator, Sean.
We'll see. If you have a guy you like, but that's
I don't
only
mind
if
the
you have
aggressiveness
guys.
as well, but I think that you got to have some confidence in kind of the, with the quarterback as well. I don't know if we've seen Dion other than just the pass to Nolan here really complete many passes. So
yeah, I like. I'm thinking they'll go QB sneak.
I even don't mind
Dion's not the biggest QB, though, either.
No, I don't mind the fullback dive, maybe to Max Curry, as you said, or...
It's been quite successful this weekend as well.
It has. We'll see, as it will be Curry and Smythe, the two deep backs. Curry in at fullback once again. Smythe, the deep back. Behind Dion in at quarterback, under center.
Yeah, I formation here.
3rd and 1 to go. They might even go for their... Oh, they do snap it to give us to Curry. I don't know, Sean. This is gonna be huge. It's gonna depend on the spot. But my goodness, what a stand from the Stampeders if this is a turnover.
I don't think he got it. It was about a half a yard, and it looks like he got a quarter of a yard there.
It for sure wasn't a true yard. It was.
They're going first down, Langley.
They don't even measure, Sean. My goodness, what a stand from the Stampeders defense there.
Yeah, really impressive. This Langley run defense is extremely impressive. Shea Fakney is going to have to, talk to Brett Powell, their OC, go over what's been working, what it hasn't, and this Langley front has been extremely stout so far.
Aggressive once again in that 5-man front, and just unable to get any push on that Stampeders defensive line, and they stuff them.
Yeah, I know Langley has been using a lot of motion and all that. I would actually like to see them go a little bit more static here and just get some vertical running. Again, Football Nanaimo has a very light box with 2 high safety, just a 6-man box inside.
Ball snap, Mayhut in the gun. Mayhut looking left. They fake it, he's got a wide open receiver down the sidelines, caught! To the 10, 5, brought down at the 1. Terrific play call there by the Stampeders. Looked like a little smoke screen to pump and go up the sideline.
Yeah, definitely. They pumped Ethan Crample at corner. Right, he's got his eyes on his receiver. Doesn't see number 2 coming over deep. Right, that's a huge call there by Langley. And you know what? After a big stop like that, a lot of offensive coordinators love taking shots immediately after.
Sean, you talked about the tendency breakers. Could that have been one where maybe Football Nanaimo seen that all year? They've been running that pop screen out to the receiver and set something up off of it now in a championship game, and they deliver.
Yeah, exactly. That's just another thing we've talked about all weekend is DB's eyes.
Ball snap, Mayhut, quarterback sneak!
They're going to keep pushing.
And it's going to be a touchdown Stampeders, whether the referees want to signal or not. Mayhut pushed his way into 10 yards into the end zone for the first touchdown here today.
Yeah, really, really impressive job by this Langley offense coming out after the big defensive stop, knowing exactly what play they were going to call with the fake screen, throwing it deep to the second receiver out there, and then immediately Mayhut with a touchdown.
Touchdown Stampeders. Off a great play call on a deep shot down the left sideline there, and Mayhut caps it off with the quarterback sneak from 1 yard out, as we hear the Stampeders fan base that traveled from the mainland over from Langley start to make a little bit of noise.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Football Nanaimo responds.
And the extra point is blocked, I believe.
Yeah, I wonder why they don't allow them to return extra points and stuff like that when they're on the PATs.
You think it could be possibly one of those safety rules, perhaps, of maybe not wanting an extra bodies diving around or something like that, I would imagine. But very interesting decision. As you said, those could be valuable, return twos, if you will, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely incentivizes the play a little bit more. So I think, Football Nanaimo is going to have to settle in here. Okay, offensively hasn't been smooth at all, but, trust in the process, trust in the team you've built, and, James Christian back there, Hunter Smythe, that running back. Let's get those guys involved. Let's get them in space.
256 people tuning in from around the world. Yes, you heard it, around the world. For tonight's Midget 12-man provincial championship game between the Langley Stampeders and Nanaimo Seahawks.
Watch the fake here when they're all huddled like that. They might be setting that one up for later.
Good call there, Sean. We actually saw that last night with the kind of quick kick on the kickoff, trying to stay in the huddle and then catching the return team off guard. So we'll see if maybe the Stampeders go back to that at some point throughout this game. The ball is kicked off now. Left side, it's returned. Short kick by the Stampeders. Seahawks are going to get a great field position here, almost out to midfield. He's at the 54-yard line. First down, Seahawks.
Yeah, it's a great field position here for Football Nanaimo, right at center field. Right, let's just, again, continue to find ways to scheme guys open. You know, they had Max Curry on those slices. Maybe they go back to him.
The Nanaimo Seahawks offense with Dion to the line, in the gun. Smythe is the deep back. Bringing Nolan in motion. They give us to Smythe. Right side. Finds a hole.
Yeah, about a 5-yard gain there for Smythe. Again, he runs extremely hard. Extremely physical running back. Only a grade 11 on this team as well. He's one of their better players.
And Elijah, I believe that's their tight end or offensive tackle, excuse me. That's down there on the play.
Yeah, nice counter play there by Football Nanaimo as well. Pulling the guard and the tackle. Sealing the end, right, allowing Hunter Smythe to get north-south. The goal of the counter play, too, is to hit it right on the hash. Hit it right on the hash, get vertical. Elijah Burrell would be a big loss, too. He's a punter, right, their left tackle.
Fills multiple positions for this Seahawks team. Last year as well, a familiar face once again. One of the many players on this Seahawks team that are wanting to avenge that loss last year, as you said, Sean, to the North Surrey Bears program.
Yeah, that team was stacked.
It was indeed, with a couple of one Vancouver Island Raider.
Yeah, Jacob Soso. That kid's an absolute stud. They had him, Dean Vereen. I think it was.
There was a lot of big plays. It was
Jenkins, the linebacker. Remember him? They had a big line. They had Houseman, who was on Langley.
Yeah.
Cole Krampus was a defensive end. Really, really great team last year. Who just kind of dominated the whole year. This game is much more competitive, closer.
It feels like that close championship game here. As we're going to end our weekend, I can't believe it, Sean. As I said before we went live here, it's a little bittersweet that we've already through. This is game number 6 and basically through the weekend here for Football BC's Provincial Championship weekend in 2025. As Dion awaits the snap here in the gun from Football Nanaimo. Gets it. 3-step drop. Looking down the field. It is just slightly overthrown. It looked like they were on to throw that little post or maybe a deep dig or deep in route there in the soft spot. It wasn't there, and it's over the head of the intended receiver and DB.
Yeah, Langley's sitting in a cover 3, right? They're sitting back and playing zone, right? You got to try to hit those seam shots. And just a little bit too tight of a window. You might want to look it off a little bit better. One player to watch here, too, is Ethan Crampel. He kind of came away with the game-clinching catch against Comox, where he went up and got it over someone's head, and he could be someone to watch on a fade ball out here on the field side at some point. So we have a new punter here as well. Looks like Jesse Roteski, 24.
Ball is snap. Roteski gets it off the side of his foot. It's not a bad punt. And then it's going to be...
you can't do that.
It's going to be down to number 30. Thinks it's going to be down, but it's going to be no yards. And I believe it'll be the 15-yard.
Yeah, Swanee Nakuna out there is a gunner. I don't know how often he's been a gunner on punt, the defensive end, but... So that should be a 15-yard penalty.
That's going to be no yards except against the kick of the game.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. The difference between 5 and 15 is you have to give them the chance to recover the ball. So if you just don't even hesitate and you just go tackle them before they even have the ball, or if you touch it while the ball's on the ground, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Mayhut.
I formation.
Under center. Ball is snap. Give us the deep back, Smythe. Smythe looking for some room on the left side, but doesn't find much. Able to fall forward for a few.
Yeah, Dallas Clote there setting the edge from that kind of DN linebacker position. Great job so far. That front has been stout. Again, just with the way they align, I would be kind of attacking the middle of that box, right? They're going 2 high safeties, a light box, 6 guys, and they don't really have a true middle linebacker in there either. They've got 2 safeties right in the middle.
Mayhut now in the gun. Mayhut give, keep back. Going off the left side. Breaks the tackle there. Turns the corner, but he's going to be met. And then be brought down.
Yeah, so it's going to be about a 3rd and 4. Looks like Langley's offense is staying on the field, but we've got a timeout.
It was Tim Bullard, number 30, the ball carrier for the Stampeders.
So it looks like the Langley subbing in their punt unit here.
Going to play the field position. They got it out of their own territory. It's around midfield, so they're going to hope that they can pin the Seahawks team deep in their own territory. Late in this first half. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
This is a fake punt territory.
Ball is snapped. Ball is off. Not a bad punt, to be honest. It's going to get a Seahawks bounce. It's going to be picked up. No, it's not. It's fumbled. And then it's... Oh, it's going to be last touch by the... Yeah, it's going to be the last touch by the Stampeders. A costly mistake by the Seahawks there. And it's going to set up the Stampeders now in great field position.
Yeah, I mean, how many times you got to say it to young kids, right? When that ball's bouncing around, be patient, be patient. I'm surprised that wasn't a no yards penalty, honestly. It looked like it was about 2-3 yards away from the returner. But again, it's a very subjective call for the referees.
Costly mistake for the Seahawks return unit here. We've seen how big turnovers have been all weekend, especially of the special teams variety, where now it gives the Stampeders great field position here.
Yeah, it's interesting if they go back to a shot play here, just like they did when they first started with the ball. Or in their big play here with their full house.
Mayhut, ball is snapped. The give. Breaks a few tackles. He's going to find maybe 4 yards out of this, where he's met in the backfield initially.
Yeah, that looks like, was that Tim Bullard there?
I believe it was number 31. Might have been Cameron Jumbalis.
Yeah, he's been playing running back as well, right? Second year, he's a great kid, getting downhill, creates a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, G!
Tim Bullard as well, we'll see running the ball, right? He's the rushing yards leader, hard-working downhill runner.
Mayhut, under center once again, full house. Ball is snapped. They give us to number 30. And he's going to continue to power his way through. My goodness. For a first down and then some as he gets closer to his goal line here.
Yeah, if you're Football Nanaimo here, send the house. I'd send some A-gap blitzes here too. It looks like, right, Langley's trying to get downhill right now with their big fullback unit. They got 3 running backs in the backfield.
I believe that was Bullard there.
Yeah, kid runs extremely hard. You got Mayhut in there, right, trying to block as well. Kid's a physical. He's clearly their emotional leader, right? You love when your QB gets dirty like that. You got 2x2 at tight end to the field. Looks like QB is looking at the near side here.
Mayhut in the gun. 3-step drop. Gets some pressure in his face and try to escape. And he's going to be brought down.
Yeah, it's about a 2-yard gain. So Football Nanaimo did a great job capping the vertical routes by Langley, right, containing Mayhut, and this defensive line is extremely good when it comes to rushing the passer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you think your odds are better than the PCFOA officials, they're always looking for new people. Check out their website for more information.
Looks like another timeout here. 40 seconds left. This is one of the biggest drives of the game here. 2nd and 9. I think Langley, it's like, who's your guy? Who's your guy on a gotta have it, like 2nd and long? And, for Football Nanaimo, when you're looking at tendencies and you're watching the film, right, there's a big difference with the way offensive coordinators call plays 2nd and long compared to 1st and 10. So it's really figuring out who their guy is, what's their go-to routes, right? And then you can kind of anticipate what's coming before the play or even based on formation.
Stampeders going to be in the gun.
Yeah, gun split here with 1 wide receiver out to the near side, 2 receivers out to the far side.
Ball Ball snap. Mayhut. 3-step drop. Looking down the field. He looks and it dropped in. Terrific throw there. Can't catch the number. But Mayhut, what a throw.
Yeah, it was a great play design there. Looked like they ran fades on the outside. Looks like that slot receiver ran just a hook and go, expecting man coverage or cover 3. And, you know, looks like the free safety, Roteski, just eyes too much in the backfield, tries to undercut that ball, and Mayhut puts it right over top for the score.
Put it just over the safety's head there. And my goodness, what a terrific ball that was from the Stampeders quarterback.
Yeah, I love the ability just to sit in there. Looks like Langley's going for 2 here with another full house set. You have a slant open in the boundary if they want it.
Ball snap. QB keeper, Mayhut. And he's going to be brought down.
Now Elijah Johnson there with another big play for this football Nanaimo defense.
That was number 39, Joshua Vickers, who caught that touchdown pass from Mayhut. Beautifully executed there. And the Stampeders take a 12-0 lead here. Under a minute to go in this first half.
Yeah, so how does this football Nanaimo team respond here? Right, they haven't really been able to push the ball downfield. They had that one seam ball to Bodwin. Obviously, they have a plan of attacking Langley with those seam balls. If Langley likes to sit in cover 3.
Joshua Vickers, though, did a fantastic job of getting behind coverage, and Mayhut delivered a strike for the touchdown now.
30 seconds left. You do have time to get some points. I don't know if Burrell is healthy, if he's able to kick field goals at this moment, how that impacts, again, your play calling. But you need a big return here from James Christian.
Ball is kicked. It's kicked off pretty deep. Good kick for the Stampeders. And he tries to hit it as hard as he can. Just drops his shoulder to try to get as many yards as he can. If this is on the Stampeders, it's going to be in the Seahawks' favor, setting them up in some good field position. If it's not, it could kind of put to bed any hopes of wanting to put some points on the board here to end the half.
Yeah, I think that was Hunter Smythe running the ball again. He's honestly one of my favorite running backs at this age. The way he just runs with his head down, gets north-south, extremely impressive athlete, and you know, someone's got a bright future of football ahead of him.
It is going to be on the Stampeders, so if you're the Seahawks, you're going to get some added yardage tacked on here. It's going to actually almost come out to midfield.
Yeah, looked like it might have been an unnecessary roughness or something like that.
Huge for the Seahawks.
Right at center field here. Right, we got 5 wide here. Expect some more seam balls for football Nanaimo.
Dion dropping back, throws the ball out. It's Christian.
Out of bounds.
Christian, excuse me.
There we go. He gets out of bounds, which is huge. Right, this is things that you have to practice throughout the season. Do you practice 30 seconds, ball at midfield, right? Teach these guys what it's like in game-like situations in practice. So it looks like Langley's more than happy with giving up those hooks, right? They want to get into those underneath zones, get to 10 to 12 yards.
And ball snap. Dion, 3-step drop. Dion looking down the field once again. Christian hangs on, able to. Oh!
Ball came out late.
Is that going to keep the?
No, it looked like they stopped the clock there. It stops anyways for the chains to go, and I really like this approach here by football Nanaimo. And even when they go into halftime, this might be the adjustment they have to make. Quick game, quick game, quick game. Right? If they're going to drop out to their zones and they're going to say, don't beat us deep, then take what they're going to give you. Especially when they're 5 down front. Like, they only have so many zones they can get.
Ball is snap. Dion, half roll right.
It's there.
Looking down the field. Going to be a flag. Looks like Max Curry. He gets popped.
Yeah, some of these linebackers by Langley are extremely impressive with their tackling ability.
I think this flag's going to be in the area of holding, Sean.
I'd like to see Dion get that ball out a little bit faster to Curry in the flats. Yeah, number 4 for Jeremy St. Denis, the great player for this Langley team. He's the leading receiver and tackler for the team. Clutch performer as well, making big plays in high-pressure moments. That's what the coaches had to say about him, and you see him out there today, right, running the ball, making some sweet hits at linebacker as well. Really, really great player.
Let's go, Seahawks! Let's go, Hawks!
1st and 20 here. I'd like to see some maybe screen passes, right?
Could this be the last play of the half? It shows 1 second.
Here.
So if you're the Stampeders, they are backed off.
Yeah, I think you just give the ball to Smythe or Christian. Try to get some blockers out front. You know, turn it into a kick return, turn it into a punt return.
And ball is snapped. It is the give to Smythe. A lot of room, a lot of blockers, Sean. But a great tackle there by the Stampeders defender. That's 87. Kelsey Davidson.
Yeah, look, great tackle by Kelsey Davidson there.
And that's going to do it for this first half from the Midget 12-man Provincial Championship. You can hear the Stampeders and see the celebration for them. You can completely two different body languages from the club. As we go into halftime here, Sean, what are you thinking if you're that Nanaimo football and Nanaimo Seahawks sideline?
Yeah, you know, I'd like to see Che just bring them in and you know, say, guys, it's 12-0. It's a 2-score game, right? We need to trust in what we're doing. We can't continue to make these mistakes. And, you know, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers here where they move the ball really well to end the half there. I'd go right back to that quick game. I'd go quick game the rest of this game and try to get Smythe with some counters. But, you know, that was a great tackle by Davidson. The Stamps ball hawk, as they say, and, you know, one of the better players on this team who came up from Bantam.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to take one last break for the evening. But before we do, a reminder.
$9,000.
You can see it on the screen right there, hopefully. You guys are wanting to purchase 50/50 tickets. Scan the QR code with your phone on the screen. As well, you guys can visit rafflebox.ca.
That's a lot of dinners you could buy the commentators with that amount.
Absolutely, maybe some cold drinks as well. Rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc. As well, you guys can find the links to that on our social media platforms. That's footballbc. Current jackpot at $9,000 and counting. Don't miss out, folks, as we approach $10,000 and try to break last year's record. And I think we're going to get to that and then some. So make sure you guys purchase your 50/50 as we only have a few more hours to do so. And we'll catch you guys in a few moments.
got paid on Thursday, and then they paid me again on Friday. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Soon they'll be gone. I know. Why are you not doing this? Why don't I have a stuff? You went, said you should have $100. And I'm like, yeah? Hey, supposed to be back. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever time $100 $4 bucks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for second half action from Starlight Stadium for the Midget 12-man Provincial Championship here. 2 more quarters to go in Football BC's Provincial Championship weekend here to decide who will have the rights to call themselves Provincial Champions. The Seahawks will tee things up and kick it off here. The Stampeders have a 12-0 lead to start the third quarter here. Sean, how are we feeling going into this one?
Yeah, it looks like Elijah Burrell is back out there kicking, so that's good news. They're starting left tackle. If you're Langley, you have to be smelling blood in the water right now.
Absolutely.
12-0 to start the half.
And getting possession of the ball first. A chance to really, I don't know about go for the kill, but blood is most definitely in the water here. And the Stampeders return is going to be pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, if you're football Nanaimo, I think you just throw everything in the trash after that first half. Like, just completely fresh reset. You know, like, offensively wasn't bad. There was a few bright spots, but just couldn't string anything together. Defense cannot allow the big plays. And, you know, you're going to have to play a very clean half here if you want to walk away winners.
And a quick update, folks, that we are basically at 10,000, breaking last year's record for 50-50. So go check that out before it's too late. 8 o'clock will be the draw tonight as we have the Stampeders scrimmaging 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Mayhut in the gun. Full house behind him. Ball is snap. Give. Right side. Trying to find a lane. He will. Stampeders running back will just tuck it up for about 4-yard gain. Might even be a little bit more.
Yeah, I like that design. A little kind of jet sweep action and use those fullbacks. You know, get out front, kind of power sweep. That's a good play call. They're going to want to run the ball. Again, with their heavy sets, they got a full house, 3 running backs. You haven't seen probably the full house since the 80s.
No, we have not. I believe it's a Stampeders offensive lineman who is down. I think he got kind of rolled up on there late into the pile. Can't get a number on it, but it's going to be a very good chunk there for the Stampeders on 1st down.
Yeah, great push there by Langley. You know, pushing that football on Nanaimo line back, and you're going to look for them to really control the clock the rest of this game.
Let's go, Seahawks!
And here we go. This will be a 2nd and manageable for the Stampeders offense here as Mayhut will come to the line. Looks like we're going to get that full house gun set. Stampeders. Ball is snap. Mayhut, 3-step drop. Mayhut looking left side. Deep throw, left side. And it's going to be incomplete. Terrific play there by the Seahawks DB. That's number 10 there.
Ethan Crample there. That's a great play at corner in that cover 3. Again, free safety is playing way too shallow right now. That ball's getting over top. But, you know, for Crample to play over top in that cover 3 shell is a great play. Crample's got great length out there at corner as well.
So we have a punting situation here for the Stampeders. Ball is snapped. Ball is kicked. Going to be Christian.
Let it sit.
He gathers it. Christian trying to find a lane. He's going to bounce it out the right side. Looking for anything. Makes a few defenders miss, but then he's ultimately brought down just past the Seahawks 40-yard line. And it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Seahawks here for the first time this half. Sean, as you mentioned, kind of throwing things out for that first half. If you're the Seahawks, what would kind of be your plan of attack here as they go into the second half?
Yeah, I'd like to go back to that slice play to Max Curry. You know, you still want to get Hunter Smythe downhill, but maybe a couple screen plays, the quick game. You know, we saw it at the end of the first half. I'd continue to go into the quick game and that soft zone coverage. Like even, you know, their free safety is 18 yards back.
Dion gets the ball. Play fake. Swung out to Nolan. Nolan going to take the ball and get upfield. Terrific first down call there by the Seahawks. Using Smythe as the decoy to get the play fake. And it's going to be a first down Seahawks pending this flag here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on the Seahawks. But again, that's a great direction. Easy throws for Hovin. But again, that flag came in the back. Okay, there we go.
So it's going to be a first down. Nolan Bowden has been the effective weapon in that receiving core here.
First down football in Nanaimo. Yeah, I'd like to go back to another similar play. Let's go short pass, quick game, easy throws for Hovin. These corners are playing 10 yards off. The three safeties 18 yards off. The deep shots are not there at the moment, so just take what the defense is going to give you.
And it's going to be a first and 10 on the 51-yard line for the Seahawks here. Dion gets a snap. Give it to Smythe. Left side. Cuts back. Looking to churn out as many yards as he can. It's going to be about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, with a 2-yard gain there for Smythe. You know, good run. You know, I like them showing that bunch look. You know, Langley really condensed down. There might be an opportunity to to do kind of a 4 verts look out of that, or again, something into the flats.
Here we go, Hawks! Let's
Here we go, as it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Seahawks. Dion gets the snap, 3-step drop. He's going to look to escape, but he's going to be met right away by the Stampeders interior defensive lineman there and be brought down. And it's going to bring up a punting situation once again for the Seahawks. And this Stampeders defense has continued to have themselves a day.
Yeah, that looked like Nathan Kingston there on the stop for the D tackle. You know, I think Ovin's just got to kind of trust his reads, right? He's got hooks, right? There's called for a reason to make it a 3rd and manageable. Looks like there's a couple guys open there. He's just got to let the ball loose. Yeah, this is Nathan Kingston's first year playing football. You know, he's a former rugby player, an air cadet. So obviously a lot of intangibles there, and it makes a great play.
Here we go. Ball is snapped. Elijah gets it off. Ball is kicked. Decent kick, right side. Picked up and then brought down there.
Yeah, I mean, no yards call there on Dallas Clow. Really looks like Elijah Burrell, the punter, is really struggling to move very well. So, you know, they're still just using him for his lag punting.
He had 5 yards, ref!
4 yards. 5 yards from the end of the line.
So, you know, Langley is going to start the ball here on their own 41-yard line. Expect them to go back into kind of some power run game. So they got the 4 receivers in the boundary, 5 receivers in the boundary, but they're going to motion them back.
Here we go. And the ball, QB keeper. And it's going to be blown dead before it gets off.
You know, if you're football in Nanaimo right now, you just got to be sitting on that play when they go in it and really see if they do have kind of a counter off of it. Because right now they're bringing that wide receiver down the line to seal the edge and get those lead blockers at receiver for kind of a QB power. And, you know, unless they do anything else where they'll kind of seal, roll out, maybe run a flood or 4 verts, kind of expect the run there by the quarterback.
Appreciate everybody from tuning in on the YouTube chat. Up to 263 people watching live. We're going to say from around the world. Yes, folks, from around the world. Had people tuning in from, Cleveland, Ohio, the Yukon.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
We got Mexico. We got Ohio, California. Edmonton.
It's been an awesome weekend. Once again, as Sean and I were here a year ago.
Yeah, we're kind of coming down to the wire here, right? 8 minutes in this 3rd quarter, 12-0. Langley, a big drive here. You want at least minimum 2 first downs again to just continue controlling the field position.
Stampeders.
So it looks like they're back to that full house set.
Mayhut back in the game. In at quarterback. In the gun. Gets the snap. It's going to be QB keeper up the middle. A big push from the Stampeders offensive line, and Mayhut's going to continue to drive. This is going to be a first down and then some. Terrific first down production there from the Stampeders. It's going to be a first down and take it to midfield.
Yeah, Mayhut looks like he's got kind of that championship pedigree. You know, he's willing to run it. He'll throw it when he's asked to. Right, he's leading them before the game, halftime, during the game. Right, they're going to continue to lean on him.
We'd love to see where you guys are tuning in from. Let us know in the chat.
You know, someone to watch out here, right? Number 4, Jeremy St. Denis, leading receiver here on the boundary side. Look for him to attack them again with number 25, Arpit Sajwan on him.
Mayhut, ball snap. Half roll right side. Counter play. Back to the left. Terrifically neat little play there from the Stampeders. You talked to the coaches before the game, and they talked about their tendency breakers. A little half roll right. They counter it back left side. A modest gain, but I like the effort.
Yeah, great play there. Great play. Again, very creative offensively. Great job sealing the edge. Football Nanaimo is just not looking physical enough defensively. Right? When guys read the play, they got to trigger. Arpit Sajwan, actually one of the players, Sajwan, one of the players coming from Barsby. You know, those Barsby kids have played in the provincial championship as well.
Mayhut in the gun once again. Ball is snap. 3-step drop. Looking down the middle of the field. Has one. But it's picked off! Jesse Rotesk! Phenomenal play there by the safety for the Seahawks. And it's going to be a turnover. And the Seahawks will bring their offense out on the field.
Yeah, I think Mayhawk's going to be kicking himself over that one. You know, Roteski's been playing that free safety position. He's been undercutting a lot. The receiver was open deep on top if he can get some air under it. But, you know, Roteski is one of the best free safety, if not the best free safety in this league. Extremely talented, rangy, physical, right? And that's a huge play and exactly what this football Nanaimo team needs.
You see Roteski kind of starts out pre-snap on the actually opposite hash. He ends up reading the eyes of Mayhut, as you mentioned, a little bit too much air under, and he's able to make a play on that one. And it's going to be Seahawks ball, 1st and 10.
Some confusion here for Langley.
Ball is snap. Fake. Dion keeping it off the right side. He's going to be driven back after maybe getting to the line of scrimmage. The Stampeders doing a fabulous job. They bid it initially, but then doing a good job to rallying to Dion and bringing him down after a short gain here.
Yeah, it looked like Zion Miller there on the play. Great play. You know, this Langley defense, they're stout up front. They have one play over 10 yards right now, one play over 15 yards for football Nanaimo. Right, this offense is going to have to dial it in if they want to make a comeback.
Not much going at all for this Seahawks offense here. Try to change the luck right
here.
They
go back to that bunch formation in the boundary here.
Snap, Dion. Gives to Smythe up the middle. Smythe running very hard, trying to stay on his feet for as long as possible. He's going to pick up, go 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 or 4 yards. And it's going to be a huge decision time now for Jay Fakney and that coaching staff for the Seahawks.
Yeah, huge decision. There is a flag on the play. Looks like they're moving the ball.
Offside. 6 offense, 5-yard penalty.
The offside on number 6, Christian.
Yeah, so that's going to create a 2nd and 12 instead of like a 3rd and 4. Right? You know, football in the Nanaimo, you know, obviously you want it out of that play, but, you know, have another crack at 2nd down. I'd expect them to attack those seams again, especially if Langley is going to continue in this 5 down front.
Here we go. Overden. In the gun. Christian in motion. Fake motion. Try to swing it out to Christian. It's caught. Christian up the left sideline. Looking for as much room as possible. He does get some.
Looks like a late hit as well.
Could be a face mask or a late hit out of bounds. Either way, it's going to be a first down Seahawks. Looks like Burrell's down once again. As you said, he doesn't look 100%. He's just trying to gut it out here.
Yeah, it looks like that football Nanaimo team should be moving 10, 15 yards up from the spot. It looked like they probably they were close to the 1st down anyways, but they're going 15 yards up for a late hit.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 4, Langley, 15 yards from the end of the run.
Yeah, that's Jeremy St. Denis there, the Sardis graduate. You know, making a costly penalty. You know, this football Nanaimo offense, when they're struggling, you don't want to give them any free yards, any free plays, and right now, Langley, you know, you had them 3rd and 4 there. You push them back to 2nd and 12. They get a huge conversion, plus 15. A huge turn of events here for football now, and they need to use this momentum. A 3-by-2 set here for football Nanaimo.
Well, a snap. Give it to Smythe. Looking for a hole, but it's immediately closed off there by the Stampeders, and it's going to be maybe a gain of a half a yard, not much, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 to go here for the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, I'd like to see football Nanaimo receivers be a little bit more physical in the run game. Looks like Nanaimo's moving fast, trying to get Langley off guard.
Trying to go quick. Stampeders are able to get set. They're going to swing it out quickly. It's going to be a low pass. It is caught. But unfortunately, for number 25, that's Arpit Saskatchewan, as you mentioned, just because how low the pass was, he wasn't able to really kind of get upfield aggressively.
Yeah, exactly. So now we got a 3rd and 8 Looks like they might be saying that it's an incomplete pass.
I did think that it hit the ground on first look, but
Yeah, it won't really change. It's about a yard or two anyway, so I think Che's decision is going to stand regardless if he's punting or going for it, whether it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, or 3rd and 9.
I hope the cameras caught that. The referee threw his flag so far up in the air, and then he hit himself on the head.
Take it off, Seahawks. Let's go, boys.
And we're awaiting the decision here from the referees. While we have a moment, folks, a reminder to purchase your 50-50 as it's got to be well over $10,000 now.
Yeah, it was at $10,700 just a few minutes ago.
Reminder, you guys can do so at rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc, as well as visiting our social media platforms. That's footballbc on Instagram as well as Facebook. The draw is not in the fourth quarter. It's going to be tonight at 8 p.m., so you still have time after the game tonight. If you're feeling good, maybe one of your teams win, put a little money in the 50-50, you never know. So the Seahawks are going to be out to punt here. It's actually Jesse Rotest, the backup punter, is going to be into the game for Elijah Burrell.
Looks like there's a flag on the snap.
There is going to be a flag down, so pending that flag, let's see what happens here. It is going to be, I believe, on the Stampeders, I believe, as the referee is pointing that direction, looking towards that Seahawks sideline.
Yeah, and they're just shooting themselves in the foot way too often right now. For this Langley team to put this game away, right? They're giving football Nanaimo way too much life right now with these penalties.
And here we go, another huge decision here where we've seen this before, where it's going to be a 3rd and short. The Seahawks will bring their offense back out in the field. The last time this happened, they were stuffed by that Stampeders interior defensive line. This will be a huge one upcoming here. The last time was a 3rd and 1.5, a long one. This one's going to be about 3rd and 2 for sure. And it's not going to be any easy gimme here.
3rd and 2, I expect them to get Smythe coming downhill or some quick pass on a slice play.
Dion going to be under center in the I formation. Curry behind him. Smythe, the deep back, fake, play action, has the receiver down the field, and it's dropped! It's dropped! He had his receiver. He honestly had 2 receivers down the field, and the Seahawks are going to turn the ball over on downs.
I don't hate the call there at all. They had the player, just couldn't execute.
Let's go, Seahawks!
They had 2 guys wide open there, just could not get the ball there. And, ball touches your hands, you got to catch it anyways.
I think Arpit was kind of sensing that near sideline, maybe taking his concentration off the ball, wanting to make sure his feet were down. But as we said, I think he had Christian as well. Like a little out with the fade up the sideline.
Yeah, big drive here for Langley, right? Try to flip the field, shorten this game.
Mayhut in the full house gun. Ball snap, he catches it very impressively, but it's going to be a tackle for a loss, and it's going to be quite a substantial loss. Let's see where forward progress.
Elijah Johnstone is definitely making his case to be the best defensive player out here today. He's having a great game so far.
Let's see where they'll march forward progress, but that's going to be a substantial loss for that Stampeders offense on first down. And now this is a huge down for that Seahawks defense to try to get off the field.
When Johnstone triggers there from that kind of Sam linebacker position, he's just so fast and aggressive. Gave Mayhot no time. A big 2nd and long. See if Langley wants to push the ball downfield.
Here we go. Mayhut in the gun. Ball is snap, 3-step drop. Looking to escape, has some room off right side, trying to go off the right, but he's met there, and it's going to be maybe brought back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down here. Good job by the Seahawks defense rallying to the ball carrier.
Yeah, they went quads to the far side there. They tried basically a post over the middle, seam, go, and then a slant underneath. Mayhot did not like the look of it and just took off. If you're Football Nanaimo, you're thinking no harm, no foul on that missed 3rd down opportunity right now, but at some point,
You got to put some points up here.
At some point, you need a playmaker to make a play.
We're getting late into this one here, folks, as we're nearing about 13 minutes remaining of game time.
It's a great punt. Right to the sideline, no chance to return.
We talked about it earlier, right, how special teams might show up even more in this game, right, where we kind of start to see it in the junior bantam and bantam levels where, there's some fakes and whatnot, but now with the punting game and the kicking game starting to come into things, it could be crucial here to start to flip the field here late in this one.
Yeah, they flipped it 35 yards there. Right now, Football Nanaimo on their own 35-yard line, 34-yard line. It's going to have to mount a drive. They probably got to get James Christensen some more touches, right? He's been their premier player this year, right? And he had that big second down, get him some in space, maybe try a deep shot, let a playmaker make a play.
Here we go. Red Hoveden in the gun. Ball is snap. Fake to the Smythe. Hoveden trying to roll out. He actually had a receiver trying to block. Yeah, he's going to be uneligible receiver as he was trying to block. Christian was blocking downfield and then saw his quarterback trying to escape and turned into his receiver there.
Yeah, it just didn't look like there was really a drawn-up pass play here on this near side, as all the receivers on this side were blocking. So it looked like Hoven just kind of pulled it himself and tried to make a play, but
I think we're the Seahawks team right now. We got to take a big deep breath. I understand the kind of circumstance of this one, a championship game, but down 12 with still a lot of time here. If they can string together a drive, they're going to be right back into this one. And just, I feel like they're a little bit amped up for this one, and they've been amped up all game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not making the little plays here that are going to compound into a long drive. So it's going to be on the Seahawks.
Illegal block, number 6 on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
It's going to be an illegal block by number 6. As you said, Sean, I think there was, I don't know if I want to say a miscommunication, but I think Dion just pulled that one, a possible read option for the quarterback. The receiver's expecting it to be a run play all the way, and then just seeing Hoveden on the edge there, I think Christian just turned around and wanted to be an open receiver, an option.
Yeah, the fans are upset over that call, but you basically had every single receiver blocking downfield, and they still threw the ball. So it seems like it was an offensive miscommunication there that was costly.
I see we have a comment in the chat. How do we buy 50-50 tickets? You can visit rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc to buy, as well as visiting our social media platforms to do so. Ball is snap. Fake to Smythe. Dion trying to get out.
There's no receiver.
Yeah, and he's going to tuck it and run once again.
Oh, Football Nanaimo is going to get bailed out here with a late hit, a very ticky-tack foul, what looked like. But again, we don't have the best angle over here, but I just don't understand. It looked like they tried to get a slice play to Christian, number 6 across.
And
but again,
everybody else is blocking.
Everyone else is blocking, so when it's covered up, there's nowhere to throw the ball. Some other ways to run that play is you can get kind of a corner or hook in the middle as well, so then you do give the quarterback other options.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and could this be what the Seahawks need here late in this third quarter to string together their first scoring drive here to start to really make this one a game here?
Yeah, Langley, you keep letting Football Nanaimo in this game with bad penalties, undisciplined. When you have a chance to win the game, you have to keep your foot on the pedal.
As I said about the 50-50, folks, rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc, as well as visiting our social media platforms, Football BC on Instagram and Facebook.
Looks like they're going that bunch look again, right? If this corner is going to condense down, I actually like the look of a deep out and a deep corner on this side.
Ball is snapped. Dion. 3-step drop, looking down the field. Ball is thrown. And it's picked off! Remarkable one-hand interception off the deflection. It's going to be a Stampeders linebacker trying to stay on his feet, but he's going to be ultimately brought down. And what a massive play for that Stampeders defense. The one-handed interception off the deflection.
Yeah, Football Nanaimo is just killing themselves right now. They just got another penalty, which is going to put Langley in almost red zone territory. What an interception, but costly by the receiver to drop the football. Ball goes up. It's kind of just been the story of this game today.
It has indeed.
Shake it off, Seahawks!
It's going to be Stampeders ball deep in Seahawks territory after this one, I would imagine. Yeah, Arpit, one he's going to definitely want back and one he's had before. I believe that's number 42.
Yeah, it's 42, Micah Hartman there. 16 years old, first-year midget. Plays AAA football, and, you know, clearly a great athlete there.
AAA hockey, yeah. A dual sport athlete and a good Canadian lad. Yeah. Terrific play there. He's staying in on offense as well. Here we go. Stampeders with possession of the ball. And actually, there's zeros on the clock, so I wonder if it's going to be quarter time here. We're going to flip things around.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to flip some things around. And, you know, Football Nanaimo took a costly penalty there as well.
Sean, we have 12 minutes to go in the 2025 Football BC Provincial Championship weekend. At least it's a little bittersweet, if we're being honest, that the weekend has come and gone already. But we've been able to watch 5 fabulous games, 6 with this one so far. Who are maybe a few players, even from day 1, day 2, that impressed you so far?
Yeah, I think today is going to be Marco Zembeliz with his ability to kind of do it all for Southside. You know, he was their starting middle linebacker. I think he ran for a touchdown, passed for a touchdown. You know, was great blocking, made special teams tackles, great on defense as well. So, and then I think on day 1 it was I can't remember his first name.
Bray Jang. Yeah, multiple of those White Rock Titans, man, were fabulous players to watch at that Adam level.
Adam Championship, Bray had 6 touchdowns. So
I think the opening quarter or opening half as well. So he could have had more if his team was, if it was a little bit of a closer game. Nonetheless, folks, stay locked in for this final 12 minutes in the Midget 12-man Provincial Championship here from Starlight Stadium.
You know, a couple other players, Will Lindsay, Ben Saul, and I think this Midget team would love to have those guys on the field right now.
Yeah, Palekis as well. Mayhut give his right side. It looks like a little bit of the running back maybe even wanted to throw that one. He stays on his feet. Going to continue to, that should have been a tackle for loss. It's going to be a gain, and then they're pushing him rugby scrum style for what looks to be 6, 7, maybe even 8 yards. This Stampeders offense and team is just playing with an attitude right now.
Yeah, it looked like they were setting up kind of a running back throw as the wide receiver was deep down the field, but, you know, Ethan Crampel, the corner, was covering it well. But, you know, right now this Football Nanaimo defense and team is just, you know, it looks like they're quitting on plays right now when they need to be finishing. You got 11 and a half minutes left of your football season. For some of these guys, their football career, and you just do not want to leave anything on the field right now. No regrets.
In some of these young men's case, this could be the last time they ever strap up pads, right? Where they want to give it all they got. Empty the tank here with this next 11 and a half minutes to go, as there's still a lot of time for the Seahawks if they're able to get a stop, especially in this territory where I would imagine, unless the Stampeders maybe get a little closer, they're probably going to stay on the field in 3-down territory here. So
yeah, you cannot allow a touchdown. A field goal is okay. Down 15, it's a 2-possession game. You're still alive. 3 possessions with the way your offensive play today would be too much. They go into that quads look here. They might go back to that 4 verts.
Mayhut.
Go, post slant.
Mayhut swings it out. Receiver screen. Blockers in front with a lot of room. And it's going to be a first down, Stampeders. A lot of space out there and some blockers in front of them. And the Stampeders are able to execute that one for a first down.
You know, Football Nanaimo just did not adjust to the quads very well. Everyone's still inside the box, right? They've got 4 receivers out there, and there's just no Nanaimo defenders anywhere to be found.
That was number 8, Dylan Marks. The receiver on that one.
If I'm Langley, I'm going right back to that play until Nanaimo adjusts, right? You got to match numbers with numbers, and
just a simple receiver screen, and as you said, Sean, there's not enough numbers out there for the Seahawks to even be in their play.
There you go, Mayhawk getting the guys lined up properly. You got I formation here.
Mayhut, under center, ball snap, give, left side, and he's met right away. That's 21.
Dallas Cloak there with a massive play again. The heart and soul of this defense. Get the guys fired up. Right, like the team is just low energy right now, and this is a team, when you watch them play Comox, it was all energy all the time, right? And it's like, what happens when you get punched in the face here? And you got 10 minutes left. right? It's 2nd and 12. This might be an opportunity for them to go back to that Sam Will blitz, 6-man pressure, or they may stick back in their cover 3 zone.
Yeah, as you said, what are you made of when you get punched in the face? This Seahawks team probably unfamiliar territory. They've never been in this situation before. But still, a chance here if they're able to get a stop after a massive loss there on first
2-by-2 set. They might try to attack the seams.
Mayhut rolling to the right. Mayhut, gonna be a quick pass. Oh! Almost a deflection that the Stampeders second receiver almost had a crack at that, but it's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here where the Stampeders are bringing out, it looks like possibly their field goal unit to maybe push things to a 15-point lead. As you said, not game over. It'll be a 2-score game still, but that'll mean the Seahawks will have to find a way to get a 2-point conversion. Yeah,
they went to a classic flood concept there with one in the flat, one in the intermediate, and a deep zone there, or a deep receiver. And, great job by Football Nanaimo's defense here to stand tall, right? If this ball is missed, Jesse Roteski is someone that can bring it back deep. Interesting, they're punting. They're punting the football here from the 24-yard line.
How crazy is that?
I do not understand.
I don't know if I've ever seen this before. It's going to go for...
They might just be trying to get a
Maybe they did that on purpose then.
Yeah, they'd rather the single point there and be up 13.
Maybe they're not comfortable from that range, I guess?
Yeah, I'd rather still just go for it.
Yeah.
And, if you don't get it, then Nanaimo starts on the ball at 20.
It's gambling, I guess, getting 1 extra point versus turning it over on downs, where I don't know if 1 point is necessarily worth it.
Yeah, it's interesting how this will turn out with the field position, but, it's just... Oh, wow.
So this is going to back them up. I would imagine they'll try to punt again.
Yeah, they're going to do it again for sure. But if I'm Football Nanaimo, get 2 returners back there.
Yeah.
Get 2 returners right back there right now.
We saw the Yates Cup lost on a ball not being able to be returned out of the end zone this year.
There we go. Now they got 2 back there. Get in the end zone. Don't. There's no reason to be at the 10-yard line. So the Nanaimo's got 2 guys back there, right? They're going to try to punch it. Oh, blocked! Huge block!
It's going to be recovered by the Stampeders. It's not going to matter, though.
Like Douglas Mandalik with a massive block there for Football Nanaimo. Football Nanaimo, let's see some energy, man. This team just...
It doesn't look
massive
like,
block punt.
Like nobody's celebrating. Somebody on that sideline's got to bring some juice here. With still 8.5 minutes remaining.
This game is in your hands right now,
yes.
Football Nanaimo. Like, you guys have, you've had drop passes. You've had mistakes. Throw it all in the trash right now. Trust your playmakers and go win this thing.
2 touchdown drives wins you this game. I think they have a ton of playmakers to be confident that they can put together some drives, but they do not look like they've been playing with much energy or confidence. Let's see if they can turn things around here late. Dion, going to be a rollout right. The play is going to be blown dead. And once again,
no flag on the play. Just timeout Langley. I think Langley I don't even know if they had enough there because they didn't have their 5 down front. If you're Langley, calm the boys down. Right, a little bit of a chaotic offensive series there. 8.5 minutes. Right.
It is going to be Brett Powell, offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, who's going to make his way into the huddle. Give some instructions to his team, maybe provide a little bit of some calmness here.
Yeah, I mean, Brett Powell, first-year OC for Football Nanaimo. He helped call the plays last year. Jay Fakeney's put a lot of trust in him. Jay Fakeney's a great offensive mind as well. And, Brett's a young guy, and this is a great learning experience here. How did you prepare these guys all week? We talked about earlier in the last game, like game planning is a science, but play calling is an art, right? And sometimes you got to throw what you came in here with in the trash and just kind of go off what you've seen. And right now it's getting some guys out in the flats in space.
Ball is snapped. Dion rolling right. Ball is dropped.
Yeah,
it was a tad behind him, but I think that's one that. It's just that they seem
tight.
Yeah, very
tight. The crowd's out of it. Langley's done a great job as well, just kind of capitalizing on mistakes. They had the big smoke screen off of on the 4-yard line when they got the ball on a massive 3rd and 1. Right, they've made less mistakes today, and it'll be interesting to see again. 2nd and 10 here, 3-down territory football. Nanaimo get a chunk here.
And Dion once again in the gun. Fake to Smythe. Going to be to Nolan. Nolan catches it, trying to get upfield and get as many yards as he can. He gets a few, but not much.
2 yards there. So it looks like.
And they're going to punt this football with still 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So an extreme amount of trust in their defense here, Sean. I guess due to the field position, maybe the right call, but they're going to bring on Jesse Roteski to punt this one away.
Yeah, I don't hate it. 3rd and 8, 7.5 minutes left. Try to get some field position here. Again, with Jesse Roteski back there, fakes never out of the woods. The defense has played well and made plays.
Ball is kicked. Decent punt that gets off. Friendly bounce for the Stampeders to return to corral it.
Dallas Clote again. I think coaches have to challenge Dallas Clote right now. He's been the guy making plays. He's the vocal leader, right? Don't stop now. You guys got 7 minutes left. For Langley here, it's put this game away, right? They were just in the red zone. They've had good drives. Go back into that full house set. I'd go back into that quad set, and if Football Nanaimo doesn't adjust, keep throwing those screens all day until they do adjust.
Here we go. 1st and 10. The Stampeders offense on the field looking to chew up as much clock as they can.
So we go 2-by-2 set, 2 receivers on each side. They got a tight end on the strong side.
The Seahawks needing to score twice. They're going to need a quick stop here. And some major confusion here by this Seahawks defense. Once again, having guys laid off the field. Mayhut up the middle. Mayhut's going to pick up, I believe, just shy of the 1st down, but some major confusion going on in this Seahawks sideline right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that wasn't too many men on the field. You still had 13 on the field.
Yeah, it's Douglas.
2 guys have... Yeah, they just have 1 for 1. Yeah, they got 12 on. I guess Mandalek must have gotten off the field there, but yeah, again, just too much confusion for a fourth quarter
championship
game, right? 2nd and short here.
Here we go. Mayhut coming to the line.
High formation.
Under center.
Do they go for the kill here? 2nd and short.
Mayhut.
Safeties are coming down.
Fake! He's man in the backfield! He's looking to try to game, but it's going to be short! Massive play there by number 90 for the Seahawks. Jamison Wood, who got initial penetration. And he's going to be brought down. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 here. And no hesitation, I believe the Stampeders are bringing out their punting unit.
Wood's beating himself out, but, he was able to stop the quarterback's feet, allow Dallas Clote to come downhill and get that sack. Again, this Football Nanaimo team needs to rally together, right? And someone's got to be a driving force on making a play. So, them punting the ball with 7.5 minutes there, right, proved to be the right call here. Again, 3rd and short.
I was just going to say.
Midfield.
Watch the ball here. Ball is snapped. It's kicked.
Short punt.
Christian does catch it in the air. Able to make one man miss. And then he does fall out of bounds, but it's out of bounds. So it's going to remain with the Seahawks. As you said, Sean, this is going to turn out to be a great decision here for the Seahawks to punt it. They get a quick stop, and they're going to get the ball back with 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this one, needing to score twice.
Yeah, they're on their own 40, but I'd imagine they probably have less than 200 yards today offensively.
They might have less than 100.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. They did have a couple that'll play to Baudouin, right? A couple small passes. Smythe has done okay, but they've been bottled up. This Langley defense here by Sergio Yarwood came in with a plan. He seemed confident pre-game. He said, we're going to sit back in our zone and have some man blitzes when we have to, and they've stuck to it.
Nothing's felt easy for the Seahawk offense here today. Ball is snapped. Dion, 3-step drop. Going to throw down the field. And it's going to be picked off right to the Stampeders defender. And it's going to be quickly given right back to the Langley Stampeders. And I think this is going to be all she wrote. As it's still, there's going to be 4 minutes remaining, but This Seahawks team just looks all out of sorts right now.
Yeah, it was Dwayne Carlos Misa there with a massive play. Again, just not being able to get that ball just far enough. Those zones are tight in those cover 3, but Brett Powell's been confident in trying to attack the seams. Hasn't been a bad idea. It's just some poor execution so far.
And the Langley Stampeders will look to ice this clock away if they can put together a few first downs. And it's going to be that quarterback keeper, the same play they started this game with, trying to get as many yards as they can. Going to be about a 5-yard gain on first down. So from a quarterback sneak, you're loving that on first down.
Yeah, exactly. It creates about a 2nd and 6. Football Nanaimo is a little bit better pursuit here, right? Guys need to be flying around, right? Too many guys just standing around, not trying to fire. Like, this game is not over. That ball, when the running back's out the ball, you got to be punching at it, fighting everything you possibly can to win this football game.
Here we go. 2nd down. Huge down for this Seahawks defense.
Looks like the full house look out of the gun.
Mayhut gets the ball. Hand off to 31. Left side. Looking for a hole. He's going to find one. And it's going to be a first down, Stampeders. That was Cameron Jumbalees running hard through arm tacklers. He's going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, he's been running great today. One of their better players for sure. This Langley team just seemed very well coached today. They've been disciplined for the most part. They haven't made any drastic mistakes. They've had some micro mistakes where they're able to keep their cool, and with 3 minutes left, a couple more good runs could seal this thing.
Absolutely.
Right now sitting at $11,470 jackpot. Up to 12.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Full house. Ball is given, deep back. He's met after a short gain. Going to be 2nd down with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting.
Yeah, Langley trying to run this clock out here.
If the Seahawks have any life left, they must get a stop in these next 2 downs. Needing to score twice. Here we go, Mayhut in the gun. Split back behind him. Ball is given, 30. Leading on his lean blocker to pick up a block or two. He's going to get a few yards. It's going to be a 3rd down here with a late flag. Stampeders sideline pointing in the Seahawks direction. This could be game over right here.
3rd and short here. It looks like football almost trying to calm each other down.
Yeah, that's Douglas Mandalik trying to walk back one of his defenders to the huddle. As the Stampeders, I think, can sense this championship with 2 minutes to go, up 2 scores.
Who do the fans think Langley's best player has been today? It's tough to choose in terms of MVP for them today.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you'd like to chime in on that conversation. And this is going to be a big penalty, marching them way down into Seahawks territory, right on the doorstep of putting up more points here and putting the final exclamation point on this one. I think the Stampeders will likely keep it in the hands of one of their tailbacks. Ball is snap. Mayhut trying to go up the middle, fight for some hard yards as he tries to go to the goal line. Looks like he's a little hobbled, but in a championship game, he's not coming out of this one. One final plug, folks. If you're tuning in from home wanting to purchase some 50/50, rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc. Up over $10,000 now. You guys can also find the links on our social media platforms at Football BC on Instagram and Facebook. Here we go. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8 to go The Stampeders still able to pick up a first down, which would really put things away. Minute
Full
and
house
40
here.
and counting. Mayhut, they're going to throw a fade left side. Caught! Stampeders touchdown. They go for the kill. And this one is over.
Yeah, that looks like St. Denis, one of our players to watch today. Their leading receiver, fitting for him to finish this game off for them. As again, Langley just kind of dominated this game. Football Nanaimo, I'm not sure if they ever even got into the red zone. Right, the defense by Langley played so great, and when the offense had to make a play, right, they were able to make a play.
Yeah, honestly, we're talking about game balls, MVPs to, players. Honestly, I'd give the game ball MVPs to that Stampeders defense here today.
Yeah, exactly. I'd give it to the whole defense and that DC as well. Right, Sergio Yarwood obviously had a great game plan.
Yeah, it is number 4. Jeremy St. Denis. The fabulous catch there with the little goal line fade. Mayhut in the gun going for 2. Mayhut drops back. Gonna throw it. Wow! What a executed 2-point conversion. Throws the slant pattern. And my goodness, it's hauled in with a terrific little catch there. Didn't catch the number. Was that St. Denis again?
Yeah, I don't love the idea of going for 2. I don't really understand it. Game's basically over here. Kick the PAT. Yeah, a minute and a half left.
I think it was St. Denis who went down there and picked it off his shoe tops. It was St. Denis. Looks like, unfortunately, he's probably, maybe possibly cramping, unfortunately. As you said, I'm not too sure why they'd go for 2, but maybe you want to put it on a nice round number, 21. Disappointing evening, though, if you're the Football Nanaimo Seahawks here today, as it's going to be 2 years in a row this team falls short in the championship game. With the Stampeders, my goodness, what a terrific effort from them here today. As they have really impressed here from start to finish, not only offensively, defensively, and special teams-wise as well.
Yeah, it's a commanding win. Tough go for Football Nanaimo again. In the championship, 2 years in a row, just offensively cannot get it done. It's tough to blame the defense in this game. They didn't play their best, but they played okay. To come away with no points. I'm not sure if they scored any points last year either, but again, just too many offensive struggles for this Football Nanaimo team.
That's going to be a nightmare that feels way too familiar, for this Seahawks team where back in this game, unfortunately for them, they're going to be unable to finish the job here in 2025. But St. Denis, you could tell he's in a little bit of pain, but he's kind of celebrating as he's getting carried off the field. He knows what time it is. With still a minute 30 to go. Oh.
He's all good.
Might have been, I don't want to say faking there, but he kind of jumped out of the 2 guys that were carrying him's hands and went and ran over and celebrated with his sideline. So St. Denis feeling good. Catching the touchdown, catching the 2-point conversion. It's a little squib kick up the middle. And the Seahawks returner is just going to dive down and try to get as many yards as he can. That's Nolan Bodwin.
Yeah, Nolan Bodwin there. Football Nanaimo will finish hard here. Right, it'd be nice to get some points on the board.
Thank you once again to everybody that tuned in all weekend long, that enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you guys had fun. Sean and I did, having a ton of fun being able to call 6 great games throughout the weekend. As I said, a little bittersweet that we are coming to the end here. A minute 30 to go. It's been a fabulous venue once again here at Starlight Stadium, under the lights once again. Hovind. Ball is snapped. In the gun. 3-step drop. Ball is thrown. Ball is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Seahawks. It's unfortunate it feels like a little bit too little too late. We would like to see that a little bit earlier. I think some of those easier completions for this offense, but this were not there at all for the majority of this game.
Yeah, they made some plays, completed some passes just to be able to string them together for an extended amount of time was just too difficult.
Three-step drop. Ball is thrown.
Oh.
And it's picked! Might be the Stampeders' opportunity to add some late more points, but it's not. And Dion with a big tackle. And that is going to do it, putting the exclamation point on this one. And the Stampeders are going to be your Midget 12-man provincial champions this year.
Yeah, great job by Langley. Those games are always pretty dangerous, or those plays are always a little sketchy near the sideline there with a minute left. Everyone's walking away here, and there should be some knees, and this game should be over.
A fabulous weekend here from Langford, BC. We got treated to a great weekend here, considering it's December 1st, tomorrow. We had a beautiful sunny day here with blue skies. No rain whatsoever this week, so fabulous weekend once again. Sean, if we're thinking about game balls or MVPs, as I mentioned, to the defense of Langley, but who are we thinking, maybe some sportsmen or some other numbers or players, that impressed you from that Langley team as well?
John Belize and Tim Bullard, running backs were great. And obviously Blake Mayhott, really turning on at the end. He didn't make any bad mistakes at quarterback position. I couldn't really get any major numbers from that O-line, but
looks like some penalties on the Langley bench, so this is gonna.
That O-line for Langley was moving bodies this whole game as well.
Yeah, so huge shout out, as I mentioned again, to everybody that was tuning in on the chat. Not only was it NFL Sunday, it was the BC High School Championships being played as well. You can see a few updates in the chat. Appreciate you, Blake, for letting us know the AAA score as well. A reminder, folks, to buy 50-50. We're up over $11,000 now. And the draw is going to be going till 8 o'clock tonight.
So, Football Nanaimo still has the football. So there was obviously a penalty there other than the objectionable conduct that wiped off that interception. So here we go with Football Nanaimo.
Ball is snap. Three-step drop. Dion looking right, and it's incomplete. So, I'm not too sure what had happened there. There must have been a penalty before the interception, as I thought there was a few late, obviously, judging by the field position that the Seahawks will take over in, but
shake it off, Hawks!
Yeah, if you're Langley, you're just wanting to finish this game right now and celebrate with your friends, your family. Football Nanaimo is just kind of fighting for some pride here. Try to hit a big play over the middle, hit deep. Maybe try to get James Christian another target here.
Ball is snap. Dion, three-step drop. Looking for somebody. He tucks it up the middle. Gonna look for as many yards as he can. A few, but it's going to bring up a third down now here for the Seahawks. Looking to get anything on the board here.
$55 seconds left here for Football Nanaimo. They are going to get those bantams, those Will Lindsays, those Ben Stalls, those Lucas Cramples, Peter Polakis, all those guys are going to be moving up to this team next year.
Amazing if the Seahawks were back for a third year in a row. Dion rolling left. Dion trying to make a guy miss, but he's unable to. He does pick up the first down, but he's unable to find the goal line. So there's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Seahawks. I believe it is a far angle, but yes, they are signaling for a first down with 29 ticks to go on the clock here.
First down. First to go Seahawks. Ball on the 9.
And ball is snapped. There was most definitely a Stampeders player still on the field trying to get to the sideline. I don't think the referees picked it up. Ball is thrown, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, just again there from an offense perspective, you have two receivers standing next to each other. In terms of spacing, that's just not very good. So, some things just weren't going their way. But at the same time, there's a lot of controllables in terms of how you're running your routes and your aiming points that these receivers just aren't getting done today.
Here we are. Final few seconds, ready to tick off the clock here. 2nd and goal. Ball is snap. Dion rolling right. Dion pumps, then throws. It's going to be Max, but he's going to be dropped. Great tackle there by the Stampeders defender. Didn't catch a number on that one. It's just the far sideline, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal here.
Yeah, again, same thing. 2 receivers in the same place. They corrected it later on.
Ran the same route, it looked like. And this is massive. The Stampeders, you're wanting to keep the Seahawks out of the end zone. If you're the Seahawks for a little bit of pride here, you wanted to punch this one in. Dion rolls right, looking for anybody, looking for that goal line, and he's going to be stuffed. The Stampeders will keep the Seahawks out of the end zone, and that's going to finish this one off. All that's left to do is bring out that victory formation, and the Stampeders will be celebrating. And that's going to do it. The Langley Stampeders are your Midget 12-man provincial champions in 2025.
I know you all want us to run out of the field, but please, stay up at the bleachers with the natural. We get to the awards.
You love to see it for this Langley Stampeders program, celebrating being in this championship game.
One last time, for both these teams, everybody, make some
And well deserved. As we talked about, this football Nanaimo team had beaten this Langley Stampeders team in the regular season by a substantial margin. And this Stampeders team goes back to the drawing board. They make their corrections, and they are most definitely the better team here from start to finish.
Yeah, definitely. They're just offensively, defensively, special teams, made less mistakes, made more plays. Really great showing for that first-year coaching staff. 2-7 last year to go 8-1 this year and to walk away as champions is extremely impressive to put on their resume.
What a turnaround, as you mentioned, 2-7 to 8-1 and provincial champions. Sean, we have to get a little bit on the football Nanaimo Seahawks as well. As you mentioned, some of those young fellas that'll be coming up, I would imagine they'll be back and hoping to be back in this situation again and hoping to right their wrong for a 3rd straight year.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of work to do on that football Nanaimo side. But, for first-year OC Brett Powell and, Che Fakeney's looking for his first championship as head coach, a lot to learn from and a lot to grow from.
All right, Sean, before we close it out here for the final time this weekend, I'm going to give you the floor. If anybody's wanting to sign up for some cage football camps or wanting to get involved in the 7-7, even maybe get in contact with you as the VI Raiders head coach, maybe wanting to look to play some junior football, how can they get into contact with you for the cage and VI Raiders side of things? Yeah,
just Instagram, Sink or Swim Performance on Instagram. There's a lot of players on this field today that will probably be in the junior ranks next year. So, we're always looking for good players and just looking for good people. And, I think that Langley team just definitely came out today extremely strong and a really great culture it looked like they had over there on that side today.
Yes, they did indeed, as well as Cage Athletics on Instagram as well. I'll give you guys a quick plug, as we actually haven't done all weekend, surprisingly, but you guys can find us on social media at Canadian Football Fanatics on Instagram. Follow us for a ton of Canadian football content as we cover all things Canadian football, CFL, U Sports, CGFL, you name it, we got it. So head over to Instagram, follow us at Canadian Football Fanatics. We are also on YouTube as well. One last reminder to purchase 50/50 as we are at 11.5. You guys can see the QR code there on the screen. $11,000, $580 will go to the winner. You guys can purchase that at rafflebox.ca/raffle/footballbc or scan the QR code right on your screen right there, or visit our social media platforms at footballbc on Instagram as well as Facebook. Sean, I will give you the floor. I will give you the mic one last time before we get out of here. What are your thoughts on this weekend, and how are you feeling after a championship game like that?
Yeah, great players, great plays. We talked about the game planning sense, and it looked like Langley just had a great game plan today. We saw the hard work by Southside earlier in the Junior Bantam Championship, and someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. So it just takes a lot of hard work. These games aren't won today. They're won in the spring. They're won in the winter. The summer workouts and all of that. You can't take those lightly. And if you think you can just put a team together last second and just go home with a championship, it takes a lot more than that.
Alrighty, folks. We will be signing off one last time I know I speak for Sean and I. We had a ton of fun being back once again. We appreciate some of the feedback we were receiving throughout the weekend as well. I know we put in the air the Football BC crew that we're hoping to maybe send in the resume for a lifetime contract, be announcing these on a yearly basis. We would love to travel wherever it may be, so we'll love to keep hearing the feedback, keep sending it in to Football BC, etc. For the final time, for Cole, for Sean, we're going to sign off for Football BC's 2025 Provincial Championship Weekend. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next year.
Great game, guys. Everybody get loud! And it's my pleasure to introduce the president of Football British Columbia, Mr. Kevin Parks.
Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a game. Let's give these athletes a hand. Nice job. Back up for me. So I just want to acknowledge this was a great weekend that we had. We had 6 games here yesterday and today. And it wouldn't be possible without the team that we've had for years now to make this probably the best weekend we've ever had. We've had the biggest game, we've had the big 50-50, and I'm proud to say, Midgets, we had 0 ejections in this game. Nice job. Yes, I'm proud of you. So I just want to, I've always called myself a coach's president, and when I became president of Football BC, I came up with a new tradition, and I like to present the game ball to the head coach for Langley. Okay, and our first award here is the Sportsmanship Award of the game, and it goes to Langley, number 10, Jake Nana. Okay, and our next one. Our next award is the MVP for Nanaimo, number 20, Elijah Johnston. And the MVP for Langley is number 31, Cameron. All right, could I have the captains for Langley up here, please?
Fans, I know you all want to rush down on this field, but just hold on for a couple more minutes. Once we get the medals handed out, and there's a lot of them to hand out, we're going to send the teams to their end zones. Langley will head to the east, Hawks to the west, official pictures, then we'll invite you down onto the field. Now that said, this has got to be the quietest football stadium I've ever been in. Make some noise, people.
We love you, Seahawks!
Good duties.